I am the man, the warrior. Whoever be my enemy, I don't care. Discipline of Chanakya the Great. Having the ability to change my fate, the great king of the history. My past still a great misery. Whenever I stood up with a sword, I became the Death Lord. With flowing blood of Kshatriya, I rose up the empire of Maurya. The wind tells my tale, the emperor who never failed. The mountains recite my name, giving boost to my fame. I am the man who fought the Greeks and won the battle within weeks. I am the king of kings, my tale the world sings. This is what Maurya would have said, but he sleeps forever in his deathbed. So some time of yours I want to lend to let you know his start to his end. A child was born in a Mauryan clan of Kshatriya to a man with a wife named Mora. The child was Chandragupta Maurya. To a hunter he was sold. In history it was told that he met Kautilya, a teacher from Taxila, who took him to a school and used him as a tool for raising a great empire, which should be like a fire capable of burning down the expanding Greek town. In Taxila he became a warrior. To his ability there was no barrier. Unbeatable the boy became, uncontrollable, impossible to tame. A warrior he was, Mora's son, shining brighter, brighter than the sun. From Taxila his quest began. He became an army of one man. Then he saw the Macedonian army of Greeks and studied closely those mind freaks. By becoming a soldier in their camp, his teacher Chanakya, still his only lamb, after driving away the foreigners from his land, his conquest began, a target too grand of demolishing the Nanda dynasty. For this, he had to destroy the king who forced his people to sing songs of his greatness, his fake victory, just to be immortal, always alive in history. Dhananand was his name, his character dumb and lame, a blindfolded lover of gold for which he would have sold his motherland, his birthplace, just a dark mind behind a fair face. Maurya aspired to kill that king, to free the people and to bring an end to their miseries endless. But he was all alone, lonely and friendless. With help of Chanakya, an army he raised, burning hot and pathetically raged. Determined to make the cruel king cry, ready to fire up, explode and die. On lines of Macedonia they grew in number, with the aim to turn Magadha into a slumber. Finally the explosive exploded and the whole Magadha got raided. The elephants had a downfall. The peacock made a victory call. A great warrior Dhananand had to face. His palace became his death place. The reign of Nandas came to an end and Maurya empire began to ascend, but his destiny was still too far. After killing Dhananand, he became the king and got the most beautiful thing, the princess. She was Dhananand's daughter. The reward he got after that slaughter, love that touched Maurya's life. So Durdhara became his first wife. But the warrior in him didn't stop. He wanted to be at the top, so that his name the whole world sings. He wanted to be the king of all the kings. The thirst led him to war, and his boundaries extended too far. He had an army so large, which was now full, ready to charge, to conquer the valley of Indus River and to make every enemy shiver. After owning the victory, he took a pause. Improving the empire structure was the cause. His empire had a time of serenity and peace. But then Seleucus came to seize the Indian possession of Alexander the Great. But that land was not in his fate. Chandragupta crushed the Seleucid Greeks in no time, within a few weeks. But Seleucus was not a man to lose. So war was what Maurya had to choose. They fought with courage and no fears. For the war went on for 2 years. At last they had to get together and sign a treaty with each other. Seleucus gave the most beloved thing in his life to Chandragupta as his wife. Helen thus became his second queen. He became the first emperor India had seen. His empire grew in size very vast, the biggest one, with boundaries too vast. From Himalayas to Narmada River, his name made every king shiver. After this quest came to a halt. This was not at all his fault. His prime minister instructed him to do so, said it was now high time to throw light to the internal matters of the kingdom and give example of his wisdom. He did as his teacher told him to do. Due to him, Chanakya's dream came true, a dream to see India's landmass united, which ultimately he cited. A vast and prosperous empire Maurya now had. But then Prince brought news which was quite bad. To meet Maurya arrived a sage from the Jain sect and told something which had a great effect on peace and calm of Chandragupta's mind. What to do he wasn't able to find. The sage warned him of a great drought, 12 years of misery which would have brought. Bhadrabahu was the name of that sage who endured Chandragupta to leave that princely cage. Abdicting his throne to his son, he left his kingdom and so left the king, a warrior full of wisdom. Silently he died, starving himself to death, the emperor who fought for the people till the last breath. So died Emperor Chandragupta Maurya, the first unifier of motherland India. His glory was carried on by Bindusara, his son, and his kingdom expanded by Ashoka, his grandson. This is how the legend came to an end, a legend who was a savior for a friend and for an enemy, an unbound terror. For him today I write, Maurya, the warrior emperor. This history of Chandragupta Maurya, the king of the kings, was captured in this poetry, written by Ashwini Dey and recorded by me, Madhur.